Welcome back to the NJCAA Men's Basketball Tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas. I am in the Hutchinson Sports Arena with a very happy coach, Big Soup Brian Burns, the head coach of the Triton Trojans. Huge win for the Triton program, 88-87, back to the Final Four with the Triton.
Yep. No, great win. We started off bad. You saw it. It was 9-1, but man, we battled. We stuck together, cut it at halftime, and even when I think we went up 5, they cut it back, and we answered back with Amar, huge 3, Dylan Williams, huge 3, and then Ilya Vericic plays 10 minutes, has 3 shots. He goes to the line and buries 2 to put us up 3.
You know, I thought, for me, the difference in the game, Tolu gets those 2 quick fouls.
Yep.
And then Mr. Lisenby, the transfer from Maine, I believe, right?
Yep.
From Indianapolis, comes in and I thought had the best game. I think I've seen every game you guys have played this year. And I thought he had his best game of the season at the biggest time.
He was phenomenal. He was awesome. 24 minutes. I don't know what he played the first game. Might have played 9 minutes. Came in, 9 points, 8 rebounds in 24 minutes. He was awesome. And he's a great kid. He deserves it. Really proud and happy for him.
Right, so I mean, we talk about the big firm, you know, jokingly, lovingly, affectionately, but tonight, you know, Tolu and Tony Lisenby combined for 15 and 12 against the top center in junior college basketball.
Yeah. Tolu's been really good all year, especially in big moments. Moberly, great. Indian Hills, great. First half, he was just okay, but second half, we challenged him a little bit, and he stepped out. He kind of set the tone, blocked a couple shots, made a big fadeaway, made a couple big plays that I think energized the rest of our team.
Coach, you know, again, we've talked about the firm all year.
Yep.
The firm did its thing today.
Yep.
But, you know, the head of the firm, the lead partner of the firm is Dylan Williams,
Yep.
your point guard. You know, he may not be the one scoring the most. Tonight it was Amar again, who is exceptional.
Yep.
But talk a little bit about Dylan Williams' leadership and his ability to just kind of, you know, be that calming presence with these guys.
He loves big moments, and you could tell, like, he missed the 3. I didn't like it. Came back down, hits a pull-up 3. Next possession. And he's just lived for those moments. I think he had the assist to Amar on the corner, and then you look at our backcourt, 8 assists, 1 turnover, that's awesome. You know what I mean? And in our big moments, they have been high assists, low turnovers, and they've been in big JUCO games for 2 years now, and you can tell. There's no panic from Dior, there's no panic from Dylan. They just keep steady, and we find a way to kind of pull it out at the end.
You know, more so than other teams, I think, in this tournament, it seems like your guys trust each other, right? And nobody's forcing the issue. You know, Amar Aguilar, I know, had an opportunity, probably could have taken a tough 3. He had a couple guys run at him, kicks it to the corner.
Yeah.
You guys get a great look. So I love
right
the
before half.
Yeah,
huge shot.
I like the unselfish. That was a big shot to kind of give you some momentum going into the halftime. But you know, AJ Dixon, awesome. Phenomenal game, right? I mean, you know, one of the coaches came over at halftime. We're like, "Who's AJ Dixon?" Like, he may have been the best player on the court, at least in the first half. I mean, he was just terrific.
He's got a messed up ankle, and I think he was trying to get loose the first 4 minutes, so I got after him a little bit. He's kind of our guy that's just ultra competitive, JUCO tough guy, and he was awesome. He got really rolling in the first half there, kind of kept us in it, and he's grown up so much as a kid this year, and he's phenomenal. I'm really happy for him. He deserves it too.
That's awesome. Coach, you have, I guess, maybe the unenviable task of maybe playing Hutchinson at home in a Final Four. But I guess if you're in the Final Four, you don't care who you play, where you play it, right?
No, I mean, it'll be a great atmosphere. This is what you do it for. You want big games and games kids can get offers off of and experience that. They deserve it, so that's awesome. You know, but Connors is good too. We all saw that. So whoever we play, I mean, we're cool.
At this point in the season, everybody's going to be good, right?
Yeah, everyone deserves to be here. Yeah. Well, go see the guys. Have as much soup as you can.
Yeah. They're going to Chili's tonight. I don't know if I am. I might be here.
Whoa.
Maybe they'll bring you back something.
Know?
Yeah. You guys want to go?
We might see you there.
Okay.
That's Coach Brian Burns.
We'll talk.
Coach Brian Burns,
Appreciate
Triton Trojans.
Bye,
Triton back in the Final Four. They were there 2 years ago as John Clancy took the Triton Trojans to the Final Four. This is a team that legitimately could win the national championship. Warming up behind us as we're getting ready for Game 3. We have Odessa versus Indian Hills. Going to be a great game. Let's talk about how we got here. Couple wins under the belt for Odessa. Coach Bucket, Chris Ballman, 81-52 over Trinidad State on Sunday. On Tuesday, which was yesterday, 58-56 win over Vincennes. Held Vincennes to 38% shooting from the field. Big Boat Ray, the 6'10" sophomore, big dunk to give them the win. Willie Lightfoot has been kind of the bright spot for them offensively, 36 points in 2 games. Brandon Macklin with 25. For Indian Hills, they defeated Wallace State 63-58. Indian Hills struggled from 3, 6 out of 23 from the field, 26%. They'll have to shoot it better today to kind of loosen up that Wrangler defense. Devontae Hall had a special game, 19 points. Travion LeBeau, 15. Braden Sparks with 15. And Chris Impaka, who will be big today, had 13 rebounds. What do you think about Odessa versus Indian Hills?
Well, I guess if there was a matchup that you said that maybe doesn't favor Indian Hills based on what we saw yesterday, this might be it. Came out really slow, let Wallace just kind of really establish that physical defensive presence, which Odessa walks in the building before they even get warmed up with the physical defensive presence.
We talked to Coach Bucket. I thought he was going to get in a defensive stance when we were talking.
100%.
I mean, they believe defense.
Casual conversation, like he's trying to steal the ball and he's talking to you in a zone.
Right.
At all times.
It's more aggressive, though. I think the Wallace State zone more passive, kind of lulled the Warriors to sleep. Odessa's going to be up in your face. I think it's going to be a very passionate ball game. I think Indian Hills is going to be much better the second time on the court than they were on day one.
They got to control the pace, and they know that, especially going back and watching the film. Odessa is probably going to struggle to play fast if Indian Hills can really speed this thing up, but it's hard to speed it up against Odessa. So, definitely 2 very different types of teams playing each other. Odessa knows if they're going to win this game, it's not going to be by scoring 80. So
it'll probably be it'll probably be very similar to the Vincennes game, right? High 50s, low 60s.
It's not going to be what we just watched, I can assure you that.
No, it will not be a clinic in offensive efficiency. But it'll be a great rebounding matchup. Indian Hills has 2 of the best rebounders in the country. Chris Impaka, Travion LeBeau. Odessa, great team rebounding. Talk a little bit about Travion LeBeau and his journey. I know you followed his journey in junior college basketball closely over the past 2 years.
Yeah, unbelievable kid. Just the kind of guy that you want on your team no matter what level you're at. Just does all the dirty work, does all the hard things, has the leadership, rebounds, and just plays out of his mind like his hair's on fire. Got a little dinged up leading up to the tournament here. He's healthy now. We really kind of focused on that yesterday to see if he was as explosive as normal. He is. So they're going to have to really lean on him and rely on him, because as exceptional as Chris Impaka is on the glass and things like that, Travion is the stick that stirs the drink here for Indian Hills. They are going to likely go as he goes.
And one player that we didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday that I think we would be doing a disservice if we didn't talk about him today before this big game is Devontae Hall. Little Ticket, as they call him, who makes the big plays. We just saw, in his first 2 Final Four games, or games leading into the Final Four, you saw guys who wanted to take the big shot. And for Indian Hills all season, when a big shot was needed, it's been Devontae Hall.
Yeah, and these are guys that are used to winning. These are returners from Coach Polonna's team. Devontae Hall, like you said, Little Ticket, knows how to win a basketball game. Travion LeBeau knows how to win a basketball game. So when they really needed it, they were able to lean on those guys yesterday to pull out the win. They're going to really need to lean on those guys from the beginning today and not have to try and crawl their way out of a hole.
And who Little Ticket will be matched up is kind of his perfect counterpart. It's his left-handed mini-me of Willie Lightfoot. Talk a little bit about Willie Lightfoot in the tournament that he's had so far.
Yep, he's that little water bug guard that could just kind of get downhill, get things done. He would be a much more prolific scorer, I think, if he was in a different system, but no complaints out of him. That's just how you play bucket basketball, and bucket basketball wins. So if you like winning, and these guys do,
it's a great place to be if you love to win basketball games. We have an amazing game coming up between Odessa and Indian Hills, but don't go anywhere, because we have the nightcap, Connors State versus Hutchinson. We have a great night of junior college basketball ahead of us. If you haven't done so, make sure that you have subscribed to ESPN Plus, watch all the games on the live stream, and enjoy this wonderful night of junior college basketball from Hutchinson, Kansas, in the historic Sports Arena.